Okay, the first spiritual sense, it is clear knowing. In French, this is known as claircognizance. And throughout this presentation, I'm going to be showing you what these different names are called. And it's interesting because people like, especially like clairvoyance, when we get to that, they think it means something else and it doesn't. It's simply just French for clear knowing, okay? Claircognizance. How it works. Okay, so this is like an instant thought or perceiving thoughts of someone else, or knowing the intentions of others, or knowing when something is true or not, and knowing like you felt like knowing that you knew it beforehand. Like this is knowing without knowing how you know. It's just you know it. It's not like you see it or you hear it or you just know it. And this is probably the coolest, I have to say, of all the spiritual senses. Not that any one is better than another. It's the coolest because it's super fast and it's pure truth. There's no decoding it. There's not really a language to it. And I'll talk about intuitive language in a minute. So an example would be like your mind just says, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Or that's not true. And you don't know how you know it's true or not. You just know. Or you could answer questions, like someone asks you a question and you can answer that question, explain it, and you can't really explain how you know. It's not like you learned it in school. You just know it. So the challenge can be that you can question truth without outside verification. Like you could doubt it, like, well, I don't know how I know that. So and then you start doubting it. You're like, oh, I need to like verify it somehow else. I need to figure out if this is really true or not. And so this is most common with people who have the thinking or the mind intuitive personality type in their top two. So if this is you, you probably have this spiritual sense. And it is awesome. And if you have clear knowing, you might find it more difficult to use muscle testing as outside verification. Dowsing might be better because it allows your body to not have as much of a bias. Like if you know something and you have a bias and you want to double check it, the muscle testing is probably going to verify what you already think you know. If you can let go of what you think you know, and you can use muscle testing, but it might not work as well for you. And that's why dowsing might be good. And of course, there's always independent research and hard evidence and facts. But when those things are not available, then you might want to look at muscle testing and dowsing.